Good afternoon, good morning, family. Uh, Today is March 6th. It is day two of my sobriety from alcohol. First and foremost, I want to thank from the depths of my soul, from the core of my being, for all the love, all the support, all the comments, the text messages, the phone calls that you guys gave me yesterday. Oh my God, y'all really made a player cry, and it was. I just words really aren't enough, honest, sincerely. So thank you all, love you all for that. Um, oh my God, y'all are amazing. Y'all are amazing. If you don't do good deeds, you definitely did a good deed for the day. All of you. Thank you so much. Thank God for you. Today is day two. Uh, everything's going everything's going nice and smooth. But I do want to talk about what led up to this decision right here of what I'm doing. Um, I'll try to make it quick, but make sure I hit everything that I should. So, for those that know me, my daughter, my beautiful daughter, once she graduated high school, she came out here in September to, spend a little time, and she was staying with my dad and his wife out here in Louisiana. And shortly after, I came out here because I told her, excuse me, told her, I don't want you out there by yourself, pretty much. You're young. You never lived anywhere outside of California or LA for that matter. And, I'm gonna come out there. So I came out here a little bit before Thanksgiving of last year. And she just went back yesterday, back to LA. God's great. It was a safe flight. Everything was smooth. So, also for those that know me, like my father and I, our relationship has been like up and down. You know, when it's good, it's good. When it's not, we butt heads. A lot of people say because we're so much alike. That could be, that could be. I'll take that. But he's a great man. I guess the similarities that we do have are just, to me, it's just not like the best traits that anybody should have. We both could be stubborn, bullheaded. At least for myself. I'm not gonna speak for my pops, but so I took my daughter out for sushi. This was maybe like a couple of weeks ago, maybe like a week and a half ago. We went out for sushi, just her and I, and we're ordering, we're eating, and I ordered a cup of hot sake, and you know, you know, I'm thinking cup of hot sake. I'm not doing anything to get a buzz or anything like that. At the same time, well, now in hindsight, why'd I get in the first place, right? So the next day, she comes to me. She sits me down. I'm proud of her being grown into a young lady. She sits me down, and basically she was saying that she was disappointed in me. Why'd I even do that, and especially in front of her? And I just let her speak. I didn't try to interject. Um, I just let her get everything out, and I also didn't try to justify my actions. I didn't say, "Well, it was only a cup of hot sake. That's not going." I didn't do anything like that. I didn't do anything like that because what's done is done. What's said is said. What I mean is that she didn't like me drinking in the first place, no matter what or how much. No drinking in the first place, and especially right in front of her. Okay. Um, in that same conversation, she also said that she had alerted pretty much, my dad and his wife. And I'm like, oh God, like, oh, why you do that? Oh, do you know what you've done? In my mind, I didn't say this to her, but I told her I was proud of her for letting me know how she felt, and I told her I apologize. I shouldn't have done that, and that's the truth. That is the truth. I really shouldn't have done that in front of her face or behind her back, you know. So a couple of days later, my father's wife sits me down as well. And, you know, I said, I already know what this conversation is about. It's about when I took Taylor out to dinner. She was like, yeah. And she was saying, my father's wife, she was saying that, you know, we all want the best for you, from you. You know, we think you should go to rehab. Again, I'm not saying anything. I have 1,000 things going through my mind, but no interjections, no, you know, interruptions or anything. And, you know, I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing. I said that, yeah, I do need help. Uh, she was saying, you know, we've called a facility, and, you know, whenever you're ready to go, it's 28 days, inpatient, so you'll be inside of a facility for 28 days. I'm like, okay, all right, okay. So the next day, no, the same day, maybe like a couple of hours later, she leaves, my dad's wife, she leaves, and then my dad comes home, and, you know, his approach is a little different, and so more stern, I'll say. And so he's pretty much saying that, yeah, you know, you need rehab, you need help. And he's also saying, let me not leave this out. He's also saying that we just want the best for you. Your health comes before anything else. And, you know, I really want you to do this. And the only thing that I did that I know right now in hindsight was I'll say incorrect, was because he wanted. I have two jobs out here. I'm also in Louisiana, and I was saying that, you know, being gone for 28 days, I'm gonna lose both jobs. Well, let me say this right now before I go further. I already have pride, I already have ego, but mixed in with my problems, nobody else's, mixed in with alcohol, it amplifies it, it boosts it. Pride is boosted, the ego is through the roof. All right, so I'm saying to him, I'm gonna lose both of these jobs. He said, you know, you can, when you get out, you'll find another job. You know, you always find a job. You'll find a better job. And so that pride is like, you know, I'm I'm pretty much just like I'm I'm putting my pride over his true feelings and his true emotions and what he really wants. He just wants his son to get better. And in hindsight, he's right, man. The money's gonna come. So we finished that conversation a little bit. It doesn't go well. Basically, what I decide to do, and here goes the ego. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna find me a place. I'm gonna get my own place. And so I think this was last Thursday, as a matter of fact. So I go out. As soon as we finish talking, I go out. I go put in an application for one apartment. It says it's gonna be a few business days. I'm like, all right, cool, bet. Meanwhile, you know, I'm going back to work. Still sipping a little bit. Still sipping a little bit. And all the while he's saying that, you know, again, your health comes first. I want you to get help. Again, but my pride, that ego, I'm thinking I know better for myself. I'm thinking, oh, I'm a grown man. I'm such and such years old. I'm not gonna tell you guys for those who don't know, but you know, so again, that was maybe like Thursday. Friday, I found another place, another apartment. Talked to the guy. The guy liked me. He was like, okay, well, you know, the rent is going to be this amount of money. I said, not a problem. I have the first and last, you know, whatever it takes. He said, okay, you know, when we're going to send you the application, and you know, once you're done with that, You can move in, whenever you want to. I'm like, cool, bet. All right. Pride, pride. So a couple of days later, I'm talking to the mother of my daughter. Shout out to you. And she's telling me or asking me. She was like, you're not moving out of anger and frustration. And I'm like, no, like it's time for us to, I don't need to, we're always butting heads, me and my dad, and maybe separation is the best way to go about this. And so we got off the phone, and what she said or what she asked me, it really started to kick in, and I started to be in deep thought. I prayed, I prayed, and during this time also, my daughter stopped talking to me. We're in the same house. She'll walk right past me, not say anything. I'm like, dang. But at the same time, she told me that I disappointed her. I let her down. And that's, for parents, that's the last thing you want to do is, disappoint your seed, your offspring, your child. She's not a child, but you know what I mean. And again, all this from my daughter, from my dad, from my dad's wife, all this is coming from a place of love. All I'm thinking about is self, being selfish, right? So Tuesday, like Monday rolls around, and my dad was like, you sure you're leaving? You don't have to leave. You don't have to move out. We just want you to get help. We just want you to get better. I'm still stuck on stupid. Nah. I'm gonna move out. All I gotta do is turn in the application, and it's a done deal. I get my keys. So my daughter's supposed to leave. She was supposed to leave on Tuesday. Her flight was delayed because of weather conditions, and so she ended up leaving Wednesday. So Tuesday, I get off work, and all this stuff is still weighing heavy in my heart. And now, instead of the demon, which is the alcohol, controlling me, pretty much controlling my mind, I really started to see, and the prayer helped. I started to see the truth of the matter is, like, all these people they want the best from you. And why are you making it so difficult? In my mind, I'm thinking, why are they making it so difficult for me? And so I get off work, and my dad's at home. He's in his room. I knock on his door, and I say, I just want to apologize for my past behavior, my demeanor, my actions. I wasn't thinking clearly. You're absolutely right. I do need help. I do need help. I, there is no reason for me to leave because I'm going to continue to make the wrong decisions. May I please continue to stay with you? And him having the heart that he has, the good heart, he said, of course, of course, of course. And so we talked for a little bit. We were still talking for a little bit, and then knock, knock, knock on the door. Who is it? My daughter. She had no idea I was at home or even in the room with her grandfather, my dad. And she's still in the same, not talking to me, like she walks straight in the room, hops on the bed, and I'm like, hey, daughter. She's like, hey. And so I told her pretty much everything that I told my dad, and I apologized to her as well for letting her down, for disappointing her, pretty much for disrespecting her also. And she took it. Again, I'm so proud of the young lady she's growing into, and she pretty much reiterated, like, we just want. She was like, I want you to be clean. I want you to be sober. I don't want you drinking. I don't want the reason why we had a rocky relationship back in California, back in LA, is because you were drinking, and I can see it on you, and I didn't like that. Now everything is sinking in. Instead of me having my guard up, my shield up, and trying to deflect and make excuses for my actions, which are wrong in the first place. I'm finally I'm letting the words, sink into my spirit. And she forgave me. We hugged it out, and um, I told my dad that I would do the rehab. I would do the rehab, not a problem. But I said I do have another idea because he said you can start rehab like in July. I said I have an idea. I'm gonna try to do this like vlog or podcast or whatnot, and just share my truths, my honesty, my vulnerability with people, and it'll be therapy for myself because I've been lying to everybody this whole time. I've been lying to myself this whole time. But the people that really, really, really love me, I've been lying to them. And that's not cool. That's not fair. And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get on Facebook and make these posts and pretty much just like let everybody know about my day-to-day journey. And he at first he I don't know if he was with it or not, but once my daughter said, "Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great idea." Quiet you. He was like, "Okay, all right." So he saw my video yesterday, and he was proud of me. He was like, that's a good idea. I said, I know it's not rehab, but for like all the love and support that I got from everybody, I was like, I needed that, right? And going back again to my baby, man, my daughter, like the last person I would ever want to hurt. And she doesn't want to see me hurt. And so that's love right there. And so that poison I was putting into myself all the time, it's not cool at all for me. For me, it's not cool at all. So day two has been dope. I haven't talked to my baby yet today, but I'm gonna give her a call. But one other thing, right? So my dad, I guess one day when I was at work, like he went to the room that I was staying in, and I guess he went in there and he found like a couple of empty bottles, right? And me being, again, just I don't know what's wrong with me. I tried to make it seem like he was in the wrong for the way I looked at it. Is like, oh man, why you going through my stuff? I didn't say this, but again, my mind be racing. So yeah, why you going through my stuff? And then I started thinking today, I'm like, man, that's like riding dirty in a vehicle and they get mad when the police pull you over and find dope and guns in the car. Like, if you wasn't riding dirty, you wouldn't get caught. Well, you might get a ticket or something, but you ain't going to jail. So everybody has a job to do. His job while I'm under his roof. Yeah, of course, anytime you don't have your own, there's always rules to follow. Definitely, for sure. And if I had nothing, there will be no problems. But I did have something because I have the problem. Not him, not his wife, not my daughter. I had the problem. And so, man, the for him to not have a cold heart, for my daughter not to have a cold heart, and man, God is great for second chances, third chances, opportunities, because they could have been cold, and I would have to do nothing but eat that. Pause. But nah, man, it's nothing but love, and I'm tired of disrespecting people that love me, y'all. And so that was what that's what was leading up to what I'm doing right now. But day two has been fine. I got off my first job. I go to my second job in about half an hour. But I told you I'm gonna keep you posted. I'm gonna try to keep my word on that. But again, thank you all for everything, everything. You're making this worthwhile. So keep being good to each other, keep doing good deeds out there, love each other, smile at each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, just Stevie Wonder said, "Love is in need," but there's nothing like it. So I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.